So this is this week's grow log for July 18th, 2020. The garden is a mess, but a lot has been accomplished. I'm going to start by introducing you to my baby cantaloupe, which I'm so super happy about. I also had my first morning glories on this bush and one of those, but I missed them, which is unfortunate. Look at the trailing glory of these guys. They are just so beautiful. It's been very hot and very dry. I had some wildflower casualties. The cabbages have started to head up. My friend who these belong to was here today and wanted to pick one so bad, but her husband wouldn't let her. So that was pretty funny. The polyculture bed is getting out of control. I'll be in here tomorrow staking things up. The corn is amazing. It has tasseled, it is growing ears. I actually picked one today and shared it with my friend who grows the cabbages. I think I'm probably going to get 40 to 50 ears out of here. Each plant has about 2, and I have 25 plants. But then there's these little guys like this guy here that doesn't have any. So, -5, whatever. The dill is massive. The scallions are growing. The cilantro has taken over the entire bed. I have to get in here and prune back everything. Peppers are doing well. My baby habanero is coming right along. I haven't flowered. There's no more peppers flowered over here. I harvested another 7 cucumbers out of here. I believe this is a butternut. It has not given me any fruit yet. This flower back here actually belongs, if you can see, to a patty pan. And there's another one growing. Right here. Some more cucumbers coming in. No big squash developments. Like I said, everything in here is a mess. There's cabbage leaves and tomato death everywhere. But, so yeah, squashes are popping right along. Potatoes are looking great. Today I installed a cattle panel. I should have done this before the plants went in, but I didn't have the money or the time. And, it was a big mistake. So today we put the cattle panel in. And I went in, it's still like 100 degrees out, it's almost 8 p.m., it's so hot. I've just been pouring sweat for hours. But anyway, I went in, I staked up all the tomatoes in the middle and the front, and I moved all the guys in the back row onto the cattle panel. So, there's fruit on every one of these plants. Let's see here. Fruits. 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 Fruits, 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 more fruits. These are Romas. I'm actually very excited about these. I gotta get this plant managed a little better, but there's some on the ground, there's some up here. Fruits. So I'm gonna come in tomorrow and clean out all the damp death, all the spotty leaves, everything from too much moisture, and just strip them probably a foot up, if not more. Anything that's yellow, brown, or spotty is getting removed. These cucumbers being put here was also possibly a mistake. These are my favorite cucumbers so far, the burpless. They're excellent for pickles, and they're just kind of creeping along the ground and doing fine, so I'm going to leave them. But I probably wouldn't put these here again. There's like a zillion cherry tomatoes. Here's a massive fasciated tomato that will probably not survive, but it's cool looking. So yeah. Oh, another exciting thing. My okra is budding. Yeah, we have yellow pear tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, another type of beefsteak tomato, and Mr. Stripies. There's more peppers here. I have this green pepper. What we got here? Looks like banana peppers, maybe. More yellows. This is all my salad. I gotta rip all of this out soon. And again, these beautiful cabbages. I just can't get enough of looking at those guys. This is the cabbage carnage. They came in today and pruned off a lot of the bottom leaves because they were choking out some of the other plants. Here's a beautiful pepper that's starting to purple up. A tequila pepper. Very nice. I pulled another summer squash off of here. Let's see. I accidentally killed the bean while I was weeding, and I don't dare try to detangle him from the trellis. I do not see any growth or flower. Whoop! That is a flower on my ghost pepper. That is very exciting. I'm not a fan of the spicy, which is kind of funny considering how many peppers I'm growing, but I grow them for my dad and my brother who make hot sauce. So, very excited to get those over to them. This is a green pepper. He's not flowering. Today we took out the radishes and the carrots. The carrots were very sorry. Oh, is that a purple bean? Purple bean! Royal burgundy beans over here. Gonna have to get in here and weed. I don't know why these stayed so short. It's very weird. Those back there are the other Mr. Stripies. Clicks a snail. I just saw a bean. Where was it? Starting to get some beans. Also, these are long beans. When these flower, they should be like a foot long. Really looking forward to getting some of those. Actually, I think that's one now. Right there. So we'll see what happens with those. Super happy that they're coming up. Probably gonna rip some stuff out of here. Definitely needs to be weeded. These peas are just going crazy. Beans, not peas. Here's a giant weed. Let's just rip him right out. And again, this is my friend's bed. So they harvested a small eggplant, 2 bell peppers, 3 banana peppers, a zucchini, and I gave her a cucumber and a summer squash. This white one is just starting to come along. Very happy about those. So yeah, here's more eggplants. Here are the bell peppers. Here are some jalapenos. Beautiful cabbage heads coming up. And then some bell peppers. Oop, and there's another white eggplant in the back. So that's the main garden. Everything's a mess. It's crazy in here, but I would not have asked for anything different. This is amazing. I can't believe how strong a lot of these plants are doing. Again, tomorrow we're going to come in and do the poly bed, get everything cleaned up, staked up, looking good. As you know, my caterpillar moved out, so his house is still here, but he has gone. So I think that's about it. Super proud of these tomatoes. I just want to stay out here and look at them. It looks like it's finally cooling off a bit too, so maybe I will. My arugula flowered. But, yep, so that's the ground garden. So that's the garden this week. And I missed last week, but the growth is amazing. I'm gonna probably stick the container garden on the end of this, and yeah, so I'll see you up there. And we are in the container garden. So here are my backup Mr. Stripies, starting to get some flowers. These are my remaining lavender plants. I gave 2 away this afternoon to my best friend. Here are some mustard greens, and they're bolting, so I'll have some seeds. Here's a moonflower doing what he does. I came to the conclusion that most of these morning glories struggled this year. So this pot, this pot, this pot, this pot, this pot, and this pot until recently all came up small. When then I have this guy who is just kicking ass. For the most part, the difference is that with this pot in the corner, I changed his pot size when I didn't change the others at one point, and they got about 2 more weeks in a larger pot, and they were also outside 2 weeks earlier. This pot actually almost died from frost. I really didn't think it was going to make it. That frost killed everything else that I had put out as a test pot, and they came back with a vengeance. Also, these were planted in Miracle-Gro. So we're going to be experimenting with some plant foods for the flowers. Excuse me, but not for the vegetables. So my lone lavender is doing all right. Pear trees, lemon trees. The family tomato, doing good. This Mr. Stripey is bigger than the others by a bit, and he also is flowering. Should have a tomato on that soon. This is my purchased lavender. This morning glory is a little bit struggle bus, but he has reached the tree. Pretty much everyone has reached the tree at this point except for this guy right here. So he is not on the tree, but this one is going to town. This one is going to town. This one is definitely going to town. This is the master of going to town. This one's doing great. He's also way up in the tree. This one fought me for months. It would not climb its trellis, its stick. It would unwrap itself often and just lay down. So I just let it go. It finally got long enough where I could get a good 10 wraps. And now it seems to be sticking. Except this one guy over here, it still wants to be on the chair, so I'm letting it. We had a 100-degree day today, and it did not burn, so I'm just going to leave him alone. This is another moonflower. Doing great, but still no blossoms. This is my yellow cherry tomato on the deck with 3 sets of fruit, going on 4. So I'm very excited for that. These morning glories are doing well. They have recently just started going crazy. They found the squash planter and are now climbing that, so they can have it because the squash is not doing well. Potatoes are starting to look bad, so I don't know if that's just because they were so overcrowded in there or what, but I may be digging them out soon. My purple Cherokee, a la upside down, is doing well. No fruit yet, but the flowers are starting to die off. And as I posted about earlier this week, my original inverted cherry tomato has done some interesting stuff. So a few days ago, it was like this, just like this. And as the weight of the fruit appeared, it laid over. So what's really interesting to me is that this fruit set while it was facing upward. So now these tomatoes are upside down, but these new tomatoes set after it flopped over, so now these are right side up. So I have upside down and right side up tomatoes on my upside down, right side up tomato plant. I'm just loving this. It's so crazy. I got quite a bit of watermelon progress. Oh, come on now. So here's my watermelon vine. And he's got 2 flowers now. No females, but happy to see them. I've never grown watermelon before. So I'm just letting him hang off the deck. And my nasturtiums are going crazy. I'm very happy about them. These are my mystery peppers. I did not plant banana peppers nor jalapenos, so I don't know what those are. I think I've determined they are not spicy, but we'll find out as they get older. Does anyone know if spicy peppers are more or less spicy when they're small? Because that would help me a lot. My bachelor buttons continue to blossom. I got a true cornflower blue, which made me really happy. Moralism. This thing is getting ready to blossom. I don't know what he is. This little red bud right here. There we go. Looks pretty, like it's going to be pink. Super happy basils. These sunflowers still have not blossomed, but they're getting there. Hollyhocks of randomness. Backup cantaloupes. So, that's the container garden. Blueberries are looking shrimpy. This thing is just so crazy. I love him so much. My datura is doing well. I also started trying to train the cypress vine up this piece of wood. We'll see how that goes, because it's just doing all kinds of craziness. So that's it. There's the container garden and the ground garden. So thanks for joining me, and peace out.